I know he went around the world meeting different very high-level people, and he was very good at it, by the way. He had a super rapport with people, a rapport that I certainly wish I had. You know, just a natural. Some people are naturals. Tony Whitford was that. You know, he could interact from the highest up to a person just sitting on the street corner. And that served Tony well. And he never looked down from anybody or you know, on anybody, because he himself knew that we came from someplace, and our someplace comes from humble beginnings. See?
Just keep going at it and don't think you can't do it, because if Tony can do it, you know, so can you.
So that's how we are, and that's how we are as Métis people, is that we come from, in many cases, pretty humble beginnings. Many of us have been to residential school, as Tony and all my other brothers, most of my brothers, and one of my sister were. And Tony took the best of what he could in any situation.
We had just gone home, and I went to pick up my wife and the little baby son, and I got home. Somebody stopped the truck, said, "What are you doing here? The riverbank is caved in. Houses are falling into the river."
And use the best of that situation in order to better himself, and in order to decide how should I make my life be better with what I've learned from these experiences. So Tony was very good like that.
Tony's done a lot of things, you know, and Tony is one of those elder statesmen for the Northwest Territories. And not only that, he was very community-minded. I still remember the days of hearing that Tony put in the dog track for the Canadian Championship Dog Derby in Yellowknife. That's a 50-mile track. I mean, that takes a few days probably to do something like that. Tony, very community-minded, and always out there to help the community the best way that he could.
No one else like him. He's so warm and inviting and funny, and he has this humor that's like, you don't know it's coming, you know, and he'll just start talking to you, and then you don't realize that it's a joke that he's telling. And so he was always full of those jokes and had a really witty sense of humor, and just how he worked with people, how he spoke to people. You know, he connected with people really well, and like you see that wherever he is, he's always talking to everyone and paying attention to them. And I think that was really a special part of who he was.
His legacy, I think, is to me anyway, is just simply wanting to give to the people where he lives, to give back to the community, and he's done that so many times over, right? In the public service that he has offered up during the course of his very interesting life, really, when you get down to it. You know, here's a kid that's come from the sticks, so to speak, and he is just, he's hit a home run. He's hit a home run that I certainly will never achieve, you know, and he's hit a home run, and certainly most other people who live normal daily lives maybe just never aspire to or whatever. But Tony got there, and he enjoyed doing it. He loved politics. He loved the people, and if I could put him back, if I could turn the clock back to Tony and place him at 40 years old, I know Tony would be all out there again in the same way, probably doing the same thing, and running for public office somewhere, wherever it is, and basically trying to improve the lot of not just our Métis people here, but rather for all the people that surrounded him in his daily life. I can only say of Tony today that he's probably up there in heaven as we speak now, and probably organizing his first rally or whatever it is that he's doing, and the seeing if he can get onto the right party, and away he goes. See? So that is so Tony.